Okay. Well, hi everyone, and welcome back. And I have a special guest in the studio here today. His name is Cole Hermanson. And Cole, how you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Welcome on board here. So you're not an Eagle Scout yet?
No, my project has been spanning for a year, and it will continue for about another 3 months.
Well, how long have you been a Scout?
About 4 years now. I've done it for 8 years, including Cub Scouts, but Boy Scouts about 4.
Okay. So you have quite a lot of merit badges. A lot of times have people stand up and show these things. So you've been active for a long time getting badges. What are some of the things that you've gotten some for? Maybe just name off about 4 or something like that.
Well, there's archery over here.
Archery? Cool.
Swimming merit badge, first aid. There's law down there. Rifle shooting, shotguns.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like you had an opportunity by a counselor, right? Came and talked with you. His name was it Dennis Page? Is that
Dennis Price. Right. He emailed our troop.
Okay. And Dennis says we've met him before down at the Kennedy Mine. He puts on that show that all the school kids come to, right?
Yes.
That's quite a thing. So I guess he thought he got something in mind that for an Eagle project, he put out that someone ought to maybe build some habitats for western bluebirds, right?
Correct.
Okay, can we get a shot of western bluebirds? Anybody can get their camera on here? And, you know, I had to look these up, Cole, because I said, you know, because you were saying, you know, they were kind of rare and some of the background that I had, and I thought that there was only 2 kinds of bluebirds that I knew of, and they were stellar jays, the ones with the pointed heads, and blue jays, which are really pretty. They were like gray bottoms and stuff. And then, so I didn't know which one you were talking about, so I looked up in my little book, because I didn't have all your pictures of that yet, and found out it's this bird, and it looks like, you know, it kind of looks like a cross between a bluebird and a robin to me. Is it about the same size?
A little bit smaller, maybe.
Okay. Robins do get pretty big. Okay. So he put out a thing, you know, a call, and you decided to take him up on the project. Tell us about the project. What all did it entail?
So I accepted about a year ago, and I went and I solicited what I was going to need for this project. And thanks to Meeks & Lowe's, I got all of my necessities for this project donated so that I could build them. And last summer I did build them. It took me all summer, and I built 27 Western Bluebird boxes.
Okay, we're seeing a picture right now of like one of the boxes on the end of a pole. Is that one of the bluebirds on top?
That's actually a tree swallow on one of our boxes. That is box number 1, I do believe. Okay,
and let me show one of these boxes that you made. I think there might be a picture there too, Tommy, of him cutting these up in a workshop. Looked like a workshop thing. So these are the boxes. Now, how many of these did you make?
27.
27. That's a lot, right?
It is.
And so people donated the wood, the piping, and screws. This is pretty. This is made very nice. There's a piece of plastic on the front. Why did you put the plastic there?
Well, the plexiglass is there along with this little bit of wood there,
chip, right?
To enlarge the hole.
To make the hole bigger?
Yes. Okay. So it's harder for predators to reach in and grab the baby birds as well as the mama bird when she's incubating the eggs. And this plexiglass is there so squirrels and woodpeckers cannot enlarge the hole and then get inside and eat the babies.
Well, I'll tell you, because like squirrels have like really chiseled teeth. I can't believe how they can take wood out really fast. And okay, so you made a lot of these. Who did you get the materials from? Was it one outfit or one?
Well, we got all of the materials that you see here from Meeks, as well as another pole that kind of slides like this, and we can raise it and lower it. And the T-posts were donated from Lowe's. Okay.
Now, you put these up at the Kennedy Mine property that was donated by, what's the lady's first name?
Sybil Arata.
Right,
in her will, there were two parts. She didn't want the land to be colonized, basically. She wanted to keep it there for historical purposes, and then she wanted to also donate it for bluebirds, habitats.
Okay. So so your project is habitat oriented, And why did he tell you it would be a good idea to do these, make some houses, boxes for those birds?
Well, cavity nesters, their population has been decreasing ever since the human population has been increasing. We've been destroying their homes when we make a new mall or a Burger King or something.
So what do they usually wind up? Is this kind of a situation out on the wild? So it's like a tree with a hole in it, and that's the cavity inside. Let's show the inside of this. This is pretty cool. We got have a camera on here. I guess you have this, Merzlack? There we go. We'll show it to you from here. So this opens up, and there's the box. So, all right, you've got 24 of these now on the,
well, there's
set up.
20.
Now what do you do with them?
Well, we're monitoring each of these 20 boxes that are along a hiking trail in the Kennedy Mine. There's a hiking club that you can join for free, and you can hike it. And so we're going out every week. I went Monday, actually, and we monitor them, and then we have special forms that are going to take the data from these forms, and we're going to put them in the Cornell University of Ornithology. It's going to get sent to that university. They're going to use the data.
So you're doing a research project, and the data is going into a base, and they're looking at to see how this population is coming back. Is that it? Okay, so you had to make these, or let's put it like this: how many families are there now, or pairs of birds or single birds?
There is one family of bluebirds. They're doing quite well. They have 6 young.
Oh wow!
They just hatched on Monday. It was kind of cool to watch, and we have, I think, 2 wrens and 2 tree swallows, and I think one of the tree swallows has babies now, and 2 of the wrens have tree swallows, babies.
Okay. So a couple of boxes are occupied by different birds, and that's okay.
Yep, they're all protected as long as they're songbirds.
Okay. And so what are we hoping to get more of them next year? Is that they come at just a certain time of the year?
Well, the bluebirds, they brood 2 to 3 times every year.
Oh, okay.
And the babies will leave. They'll migrate, and they'll come back next year and to the same area where they were hatched, and they'll populate there. So will the parents will come back as long as they're both still alive.
Okay, now when they leave, where do they go?
They go to Mexico and Costa Rica and South America area.
Do they go to the same place that they came from, as well as come the same place here to have their offspring?
Relatively, basically in the same area.
Isn't that amazing? Because, like, how do they know how to get here?
I don't know. They have a very keen sense of direction, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, I would say so. And so that's a pretty long flight. Do they stay the whole summer? When do they leave?
Well, the nesting season goes from March to about August 11th is usually when it ends, probably before then, because most of these birds don't have 3 broods. And it's actually a very taxing flight. Some of the tree swallows, since they're very small birds, they will actually crawl into their boxes and they will die. It's very taxing on these little birds. It's very sad.
I don't think I quite understood that. What happens to some of the birds?
Well, some of the tree swallows, they're very small.
What are tree swallers?
Tree swallows? They're
the tree swallow.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay. I got those. They fly around Jackson out here. They're just quite... They're like swifts or something, almost, right?
They are.
Pointed little tails, and yeah, they're little like fighters, little fighter jets, right, flying around, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of think of them like that. So we've got some families going. This is the first year, so you expect to get some more?
We do.
Okay, do you have any idea of how many of these projects are going on nationwide?
No, I do know that it's very prominent in California, especially because we do have a lot of big cities, and there are 2 different kinds of bluebirds. There's the mountain bluebird and there's the western bluebird. Western bluebird is more prominent in our area at low elevations, and the mountain bluebird is anywhere from 9,000 to 11,000 feet. So I do know there's lots and lots of these kind of projects going around in California. Nationwide, I'm not too sure though.
Are they basically in the southern states like Texas, Arizona, like our climate? Or?
I don't know per se, but I would think there are some, if not many.
Okay, so what part of the project do you like the best?
I do love monitoring. I love watching these little birds as they grow up and eventually fledge. That's going to be happening in the next week or 2.
Okay, so they're in the nests and stuff now. How do you how do you, well,
Monitor?
you take these down, how do you monitor it then?
So there's another pole that goes around this.
Right, so it slides on?
Yes, it slides down. We take the nail out of that.
Okay.
Then we take the nail out of this.
Yeah.
And
Now
open
you
the
got nail
box.
out. Open the box.
And then I do have a little handy dandy automotive mirror
There you
for
go.
checking your automotive. And then you just kind of slide it up in there, and you can look down into the bowl of the nest and see all the little eggs and the little babies. It's
Now does
really
the,
handy.
do the parent birds, do they get, you know, upset with you or anything like that?
We have had 2 incidences so far where the mother is sitting on the nest when we open the box. She just comes fluttering out and sits on a tree and starts to scold us a little.
Okay.
But other than that, really, it's fine.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's great. And so what's the idea behind being an Eagle Scout?
Well, Eagle Scout is the highest award that you can achieve in Boy Scouts. The astronauts, presidents, they've all gotten
Right.
Eagle Scout. There are only 5% of people that join Boy Scouts eventually get their Eagle Scout. It's a very high honor.
Okay. All right. And so I think we only have 30 seconds. I hope that's what they're saying. Okay, so you get to be an Eagle Scout. Now, do you specialize as an Eagle Scout?
No, there is no specialization, but it's a very high honor.
Okay, so used to be on check my time. All right, so what am I trying to say here? All right. Now, I think like there's some Eagle Scouts, or is those cadets that do like airplanes and things like that?
That's Civil Air Patrol.
Okay, so they would move into that.
It's a whole nother organization entirely.
Okay, all right. So happy scouting. Thanks for coming by, and thanks for watching. And we've got another segment coming up right after this.